Hello guys, my name is Gavin, and this will be a video on how to essentially load levels from the Blender game engine from a saved file. And I am just going to get started. To start off, what you want to do is go to your desktop and create a new folder. I called this one Loading Levels Blender. You can do this by hitting right click on New and hit Folder. And inside of your folder that you create, let's do right click and then New. And I'm going to create a text document. And this text document will be called current, or actually game level. Game level will be the name of this text document. And inside of this text document, let's put 2 right here. Just do file and save now. So we've now got a variable 2 inside of there. Alright, what you want to do now is open up your Blender file. And I'm just going to hit A to deselect, actually hit this X button. I'm sorry, I'm saying that wrong. Right click on this cube in the middle and hit X and delete and add a cylinder by hitting spacebar and then add cylinder. And let's do file, then save, and we're going to save this to that loaded levels folder that we have. And I'm going to call this level 1. Alright, so if we load level 1, there should be a cylinder in the middle. Okay. Next, let's hit file and new, and let's pretty much hit 0 to go into our camera view, and you see we have a cube in the middle, and this will be level 2. So let's now do file and save, and let's call this level 2, like this. And hits this save Blender file right here. Let's now do file and then new again. And I'm going to hit 7 to go into our top view and hit X and delete. Right click on this camera and hit X and delete. Hit 7 to go in the top view and do spacebar and then add a camera. And this camera is pretty much going to start down, so I'm going to hit 0 now. And I'm going to do spacebar and then add a text object. And I'm just going to make a simple start button like this. Hit the tab button to go into our edit mode. And I'll name this a start. Hit the tab button to go back into object mode, and hit Alt and C and convert it to a mesh. Alright, I'm now going to hit file and save, and this will be called main menu. And I'm going to hit save now. So if we go back into our loaded levels folder, we should see there's level 1, level 2, main menu, and game level. Alright, let's stay in our main menu folder like this. And I'm going to go from defaults to game logic and go from Blender render to Blender game. Hit 0 to go into our camera view, and on our text object, let's add one always sensor with nothing selected over here. Add one Python controller, connect it like this, and let's add a game actuator. Game like this. Call this game level 1. And let's open up a file, and let's put level 1 right here. Level1.blend. Hit accept. And let's connect it like this. Let's then add a new game actuator. We'll call this level 2. Or, level 2, sorry. Now let's open up and let's put level 2 in here. Once we have that, let's now write a little bit of code by doing templates, Python, and then game logic simple. Take this template out and delete the portion that I've highlighted right here. And hit Control and scroll up on your mouse to make your text larger, and rename this to scripts.py. At the top of our script, what we are going to do is import logic from the BGE. So let's do from BGE import logic, and let's do path is going to equal logic.expand path, and like this. Okay, now inside of our script, what we want to do is do file is going to equal open path. Then we're going to put game level like this, game level.txt. Then put R right here like this. So essentially what this file variable is going to be is it's going to equal, it's going to open up the file game level.txt, which is right here. It's just our game level 1. And it's going to read it. And the information that we read from it, or line, is going to equal file.readLine, like this. And I'm going to also have another variable underneath it, which is current level, is going to equal an integer of line. Since if you remember inside that text file, it's just a random number, or a number like 2 or 1. And alright, what we are now going to do, is I'm going to add the script into the Python controller right here, is I'm going to define the level 1 and 2 actuators. So let's do level 1 is going to equal constant actuators, level 1, level 2 going to equal const actuators, level 2. What we now want to have is have if current level is equal to 1, we want to do const.activates level 1. And if the current level is equal to 2, we want to do const.activates level 2. So what should happen is when we hit the play button, it'll immediately start that cube file, the level 2, because if you remember, level 2 was the one with the cube in it. And if we were to go back into our loading levels folder, open up our game level text file, change this number to 1 and hit file and save, and hit X right here, we can see that if we hit the play button, it's going to open up the cylinder file because that was level 1, and that's how that works. Alright guys, so this is a simple video on how to load levels in the Blender game engine. I hope you guys found this useful. I will go over my script just one more time. So inside of this right here, we have it so the file variable will be essentially opening up the file game_level.txt and reading it. And the line variable will be equal to the contents within the file. The current level will be an integer of the file's contents. We define the level 1 and 2 actuators right here. And we determined if level 1 was active or level 2 was active and opened up the appropriate level if depending on which one it was. Alright guys, hope you guys found this useful.